Every day, you step into the shower and twist the handle without thinking twice. Hot, warm, or cool, it feels like a matter of personal preference. But what if that single daily choice, repeated every day for the rest of your life, was quietly determining how many active immune cells you had in circulation, how well you slept, and whether your cardiovascular system would hold strong into your 70s and 80s? Today's video is not about comfort. It is about what shower temperature actually does to the aging body, and how the right sequence could make a measurable difference for seniors who want to stay healthy, strong, and out of the hospital. Let's start with what happens to immunity as we age, because this is the foundation for everything else. Immunologists use the term immunosenescence to describe the progressive decline of the immune system over time. One of the most critical losses is in natural killer cells, or NK cells. These are the immune system's first responders, specialized cells that hunt down virus-infected cells and cancer cells and destroy them directly. A longitudinal study published in a peer-reviewed immunology journal confirmed that NK cell cytotoxicity declines steadily with age in both men and women, and that this decline correlates directly with rising cancer risk in later life. At the same time, T lymphocyte signaling weakens, the balance of immune signaling proteins, called interleukins, shifts toward a pro-inflammatory state, and the body enters a condition researchers call inflammaging, a state of low-grade chronic inflammation that accelerates cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, diabetes, and susceptibility to infectious illness, all at once. So where does shower temperature come in? The answer lies in the autonomic nervous system. Cold water stimulates the sympathetic branch and warm water stimulates the parasympathetic branch. When these two branches take turns being activated, the autonomic nervous system maintains its balance, and that balance is the master switch for immune cell production, circulation, and regulation. Research teams confirmed that cold water bathing activates the sympathetic nervous system, while warm water bathing activates the parasympathetic, and that alternating between the two produces the strongest and most beneficial autonomic response. If you use only one temperature day after day, you are training only one side of the system and leaving the other dormant. The scientific evidence for cold water exposure is now substantial. The most widely cited trial recruited over 3,000 adults and divided them into groups. One group showered with warm water only. The other groups added 30, 60, or 90 seconds of cold water at the end of their normal warm shower. After 30 days, the cold shower groups reported 29% fewer sick days from work compared to the warm-only group. The reduction in subjective ill health days, meaning the total number of days participants felt unwell from colds, flu, or other symptoms, was also statistically significant. A separate study found that regular cold showers increased the number of disease-fighting white blood cells, including NK cells, whose activation strengthens the very immune component most depleted by aging. Cold exposure also triggers a 200 to 300% spike in norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter and hormone that boosts alertness, suppresses chronic inflammation, and regulates immune cell activity. Additionally, cold exposure activates brown adipose tissue, the metabolically active fat that generates heat by burning energy. This process improves insulin sensitivity, accelerates metabolism, and counteracts the metabolic slowdown associated with aging. Now let's look at warm water. Warm bathing operates through a completely different pathway, and its benefits are just as well documented. A water temperature of 37 to 38 degrees Celsius activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which lowers cortisol, reduces muscle tension, and creates a state of deep physiological relaxation. A 2024 study on older adults found that nighttime warm bathing was significantly associated with reduced systolic blood pressure. The following morning, multiple research teams have confirmed that regular warm baths improve blood vessel dilation, enhance insulin sensitivity, help regulate blood sugar, and reduce inflammatory markers. A randomized controlled trial published in 2018 found that immersion bathing, meaning actually soaking in a tub, produced greater improvements in both physical and mental health than Shower-only bathing, with particularly notable reductions in depressed mood and muscle fatigue. These are not trivial effects for seniors who deal with chronic pain, disrupted sleep, and mood changes as daily realities. Warm bathing also has a well-established connection to sleep quality. Studies have consistently shown that bathing in warm water, approximately 90 minutes before bed, triggers the body's core temperature to rise briefly and then fall rapidly, which mimics the natural temperature drop the body needs to transition into deep sleep. The result is a shorter time to fall asleep, and significantly better sleep quality through the night. For seniors, for whom sleep disorders are among the most common and most damaging health complaints, this is one of the simplest and most accessible interventions available. The most powerful approach for seniors is neither cold alone nor warm alone. It is contrast hydrotherapy, the deliberate alternation between warm and cold water, by repeatedly expanding and contracting the blood vessels through temperature changes. Contrast showers act like a pump for the circulatory system, improving blood flow to the extremities, strengthening vessel wall elasticity, and simultaneously activating both the sympathetic and parasympathetic branches of the autonomic nervous system. A study published in a peer-reviewed immunology journal confirmed that regular contrast shower exposure enhances both humoral and cell-mediated immunity through the upregulation of antibodies, including interleukin-2 and interleukin-4. Contrast hydrotherapy has also been shown to boost cardiovascular function by reducing heart strain while improving circulation efficiency. For a senior whose NK cells are declining and whose vascular system is stiffening with age, contrast showers address multiple mechanisms of aging simultaneously. Here is a 7-day plan designed specifically for seniors that is both safe and effective. Days 1 and 2 are observation days. Before changing anything, spend 2 days noting your current habits. What temperature do you use, how long do you shower, and at what time of day? Pay attention to how you feel after showering. Are you energized or tired? How does your sleep quality on bathing nights compare to nights without bathing? This baseline will help you measure the changes that follow. Days 3 and 4 are warm water optimization days. Set your shower or bath temperature to between 37 and 38 degrees Celsius, which feels comfortably warm but not hot. Shower or soak for 15 to 20 minutes. Do this approximately 90 minutes before your intended bedtime. After finishing, dry yourself slowly and allow your body temperature to settle. Before moving to a cooler room, avoid showering immediately before bed, as this keeps body temperature elevated and actually delays sleep onset. Days 5 and 6 are contrast introduction days. Begin with 3 to 5 minutes of warm water at 37 to 38 degrees to thoroughly warm the body. Then switch to cool water between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius for 30 seconds. If 30 seconds feels too intense at first, start with 10 seconds and add 5 seconds each day. Repeat this warm-cool cycle 2 to 3 times. Always finish with warm water. For seniors, ending on cold water can place sudden strain on the heart and should be avoided. The entire sequence takes less than 15 minutes. Day 7 is evaluation day. Review how you have felt during the week. Is morning stiffness reduced? Has sleep quality improved? Do you feel more alert during the day? If the contrast routine felt well tolerated, consider gradually extending the cold portion from 30 seconds toward 60 seconds over the following weeks. Safety must be addressed directly because for seniors, the bathroom carries real risks. One of the leading causes of winter fatalities in older adults is thermal shock, the dangerous blood pressure fluctuation that results from moving between extreme temperatures too rapidly. Never step directly from cold room air into very hot water, and never exit a hot bath into a cold room. Warm the bathroom before bathing to minimize the temperature gap between the room and the water. Water above 40 degrees Celsius is dangerous for adults over 70, and for anyone with high blood pressure, heart disease, or a history of stroke or heart attack, as it can cause sharp blood pressure spikes followed by rapid drops that trigger fainting or cardiac arrhythmia. For those with hypertension or irregular heartbeat, approach cold water exposure very gradually, starting with lukewarm water and cooling it slowly over several weeks, rather than beginning with a sharp temperature contrast. Never bathe on an empty stomach or immediately after eating a full meal. If this video gave you something genuinely useful, please subscribe, press the like button, and share it with an older adult in your life who could benefit. Leave a comment below telling us your current shower routine, or asking any questions you have. We read every comment. More evidence-based health content designed for real life is coming in the next video. Stay well.